Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in about 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and I've been thinking about happiness and still being happy when we don't get what we want. When we want something and we get it, for a minute, we get that boost. That's called natural happiness, right? It's the mood, the feelings of happiness. We're searching for a parking spot and we find one. We feel happy. But how can we feel happiness even when we don't get what we want? That's where the Harvard psychologist Dr. Daniel Gilbert's research on synthetic happiness comes in. It's this idea that we can manufacture some of our own happiness. We don't have to wait for it to come to us like that perfect parking spot. Because let's face it, the perfect parking spot may never show up for us today. And as Dr. Daniel Gilbert puts it, we have within us the capacity to manufacture the very commodity we are constantly chasing when we choose experience over materiality. That's a tough one. That commodity is happiness. And with practice, he says, we can find more practice through choice than we ever could through selfish pursuits and material acquisition. This is where our frontal lobe part of our brain comes into play. This is the part of our brain that allows us humans to have reasoning, executive functioning skills, and even more mind-blowing is that this part of our brain allows us to experience things even before going through them, or maybe never experiencing them at all. Thanks to the frontal lobe, you can be happy even though you didn't get to get that pay raise, if that's an example. So if happiness is not a thing, but a state of mind, then we can create synthetic happiness. Now, I'm not talking about toxic positivity where it's a whole different thing and one we really don't have time for today. But what I'm saying is that there is science that indicates we as humans have the ability to synthesize happiness. We don't have to wait for happiness to just happen upon us. And that, I think, is incredible. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you have any experience with creating a glasses half full scenario when it comes to what otherwise might have felt completely empty? Send me a message or tag me in your stories post. We're over at Everyday Happiness with Katie.